Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And
we are the Addicted Sisters.
We thought we'd try something new today. That's a little ditty my son made for us.
And this is actually a picture of Nancy and I from when we were little, and Mom's pictures were not the best quality. No. So you can tell it is blurry, but we're fun. In our dress-up clothes.
I was a gypsy queen that day.
We loved that skirt.
Yes.
But this is where you can see the difference in our ages, for sure.
Yeah.
This, on my head, my hair was not this dark. My hair looked just like Nancy's.
Yeah, blonde.
But we had this little dark
plastic wig. And
so,
she had, it was the middle of summer, she had to have on the mink stole.
Yeah, and that crazy
and
little hat. Little flower pot hat. I mean, oh, it's just, and we had dress-up high heels, too.
Yes, and the skirt, she was so short that we had to pull it clear up to her armpits so it wouldn't drag on the ground. So it was really fun.
So I was probably about 2 or 3 in that. Yeah. I bet I was 2 or younger.
It was
even.
Fun. It was fun.
But yeah.
That's my favorite picture.
And we hope that maybe we'll show you some other fun stuff from our past.
We'll share.
And just let you get to know us. Okay, so shout outs. I was a slug this week and did not get anything watched. We have been, since my daughters moved home, we have been on a Marvel movies kick.
Oh, yeah.
Katie has missed so many of them that we're trying to watch all of them in the right order. So
that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, not when they came out, but where story-wise they should be. Before we go see Black Panther at the theater, and then we want to see the new Marvel movie that's coming out in June, I believe. So, but who did you watch?
I actually watched 7 people. I watched some old ones. I shouldn't say old. I don't mean you're old.
Some regular ones.
Thank you. That's a good word.
Some of our regulars and some
then
newbies.
I watched some new ones. So I watched Mischievous Stitches, and I had to laugh. She was stitching a project and thought it was a big snouted dog. And it was actually a dog with a basket in his mouth.
Oh!
So it was really cute.
Oh my gosh.
Vonna, I was going to give her a shout out today because I watched all of her March finishes. And oh my God, that woman really pumps them out. But I commented on her site and she came back and said, "Oh, I'm so happy that one of the Addicted Sisters commented."
I've watched some of Vanna's too, but I haven't gotten to binge watch her and watch a bunch of them.
I haven't either. I watched them in bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Teresa, Kitten Stitchers. And
that's always fun to see what kittens she has for the week.
Well, she went to the Lucky Rabbit thrift store, which was so cool. And again, I commented on hers and said, "Hey, if we're out that way, we'll stop in and check that place out." And she immediately wrote me back and said, "If you're out there, call me and we'll go to lunch." So that was cool, too.
That would be fun.
Yes.
I would love that. Maybe I'd convince her to do more patterns like that Magic Garden sampler that I stitched, because I loved that one.
The next one I watched was Off the Grid Needle Arts.
Oh, she's fun.
And that's Caroline. She did a canvas stitching, and she also did her bag, which she took a piece, pardon me, and stitched it to the face of her bag and gave it to her grandma.
Oh,
so it's very
sweet.
Excuse me. I guess I'm talking too much. Michelle from Bindi Stitches. Bindi Stitchy, sorry. She had a couple of pieces I just loved. And it was Acorn Gathering, which I couldn't tell you now what it was, but I really liked it then. And then Letters from Mom. Now, I'm in love with this piece. It's a Jeanette Douglas piece.
Oh.
And you have a piece that you stitch and says Letters from Mom, and then you make it into an envelope. And inside it, she did this, Jeanette did this because her daughter was going off to college.
Okay.
So she started in September, and she made a saying
Oh, I think I've seen
and
this.
she had them for the whole year. So you can either do them separate and tuck all of those inside, or you can do one big piece. And I think I really want the envelope. Stitching Mommy was a brand new one. Her name was Sarah, and she had tons and tons of projects. She kind of works like you do. She starts and then just does a rotation. So,
yeah, I don't really rotate much, but I like to get them. I like to have them there so I can choose.
So actually, it was really good. And then I watched the Joan and Kelly show.
Oh, and I haven't watched them yet.
They were so funny. They had tons of projects, and I pinned. Oh, God, did I pin.
Speaking of, I know that a lot of you commented that you were pinning during our video, and I think, wow.
Yeah.
And
I'm just glad you're finding them, because a lot that we're doing are older.
That's what I was going to say, too. I'm really sorry that we're... no, it's okay. I'm really sorry that we stitch a lot of old stuff, but, you know, we just need to get things
well, if you looked on
in our
this
stash
shelf over here, I've got to get that stuff done.
Okay, then questions and comments. So Kathy Smith watched and said she was a first-time watcher. A friend told her about us, and she watched our first video and was looking forward to watching more.
Very good.
But she said she also started cross-stitching with that Creative Circle Bluebird in the Window kit that I did, that I ended up doing as my first one.
Fun.
So it was a sweet little kit, and it was probably just the right size for somebody to start with.
You know, the one that I remember from that, and I don't think I've said it before, was the cat. That was done all in flowers.
Oh, the embroidery? I have that done.
And that, well, I guess I gave mine away when I cleaned out. But then it had the mat that made the cat, and it was so pretty. Yep. I don't know why I gave it away.
And a lot of you commented on those damn chickens. And a lot of you offered to send Nancy the pattern so she could stitch it herself. That's so exciting. I love that.
Thank you, ladies, but I'd rather have the project done when it arrives.
She's still trying to get somebody to do that for her. Then Christine Cameron, it was really sweet. She said she enjoys ironing more with our videos. Oh. You know what that makes me think of?
Mom.
Yes. When we were little, our mom stayed at home and she didn't work outside the house for a long time, but she took in ironing. And I mean, I can remember her teaching me to iron by doing Dad's handkerchiefs. Yeah. And our daddy had the prettiest handkerchiefs around because they were always nice and neat.
He did.
We
Mom
had ironed
pretty
them all.
hankies too.
Yes. Yeah. I have a collection of those. Then I will butcher your name, and I'm very sorry in advance. Pat Matichek said she wanted to know about the spring violets again. Remember, that is this chart. It's from Hands to Work, and it's the one that I changed and did on the purple Da Vinci fabric from Picture This Plus with some other color changes too. So that is that one. And then, I talked about the chickens and how much it irritated me because there were all those little fractional stitches. And Allison Stitches said, excuse me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
I think I got it. I think we got it.
Oh, she was so quiet.
Ooh. That Allison Stitches commented and said what she does is she keeps an extra chenille needle ready to go in the same size as the tapestry needle she's using.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a little sharper. And then she can make her fractional stitches with that. Or if there are only a few fractional stitches, then she just keeps a sharp's needle extra by her to do those fractional stitches.
Okay. Sharp as in pointy sharp?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes.
I thought you were telling me a brand or something.
No, because and sharps are like quilting needles.
Oh, okay.
But they're, it's just to poke that middle because it's such a pain in the tush.
That's why I want somebody else to do it for me.
Okay, next up, we are redrawing today. We gave some of you guys an extra week, and we said we're only keeping things for a week, and then we are redrawing. So first, is that who
was?
Okay, so Martha Johnson, we got your information. I think this is the one. Yeah. Martha Johnson, we got your information. Don't panic.
Yeah, we'll get it out.
We really are sending you one. And, but this other one, we don't have to say that.
Okay.
This other one is for our second copy of Gift of My Life from Trail Creek Farm.
Oh, I didn't realize that was in Silken Colors.
Oh, yeah. She did a lot of things in those.
That would be very pretty. Oh, is it me?
You draw.
Well, maybe. Did I draw the last one? Maybe I didn't.
I don't know. I'm going to write down.
Okay. This time it goes to Deb Costigan. I'm going to put your name up here in case I didn't pronounce it correctly. Okay?
And if she doesn't pronounce it correctly, it's probably because of my handwriting. So, okay. Do you have this bag too?
No. Because.
Okay. Okay. So then the other one that we need to redraw for is Poinsettia,
which is this one. Really cute little one. Here, you draw.
Oh, great.
You draw.
I keep my face on here. Who do I get? Ah, Julie Martinez. So there are those two. Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations, ladies.
You didn't...
I'll just put those over there.
And then the other thing that we need to redraw for is one of our 1K prizes.
Yeah.
And it is the flapper fabric with the 2 Oriental linens threads, the Oriental linen threads. And we are drawing a, I just showed that.
Yeah.
And we're going to redraw for that one. That was good, right?
Every week, right? We do something for you.
We just like to entertain
you. At least we're consistent. Da 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 da.
Carolyn, Mr. Haney 12.
Ooh.
So that is who we are sending this one to.
Yay, Carolyn.
And we will be taking care of that. So again, ladies, you have 1 week.
Just the old one. Okay.
1 week to contact us when we film next week's video. If you haven't answered us, then we are going to be moving on.
Redrawing.
Sorry about that, but sorry, not sorry. We got to get those out into the world.
To love these, so
yeah. Okay, then we want to talk about some previous finishes.
Okay, I actually went downstairs.
I'm not sure.
Whoops.
Sorry.
I'm not sure either. Went downstairs and was looking for something and ran across a Halloween piece that I had. I think this is so cute.
Do you remember the name of the design company? Because I know who it is.
It's
Kathy at Cece and Company, and I can't think what she calls.
I don't have it written.
What she calls her company.
Something, and it's her dog. Something, her dog's name. Oh, I can't think. Oh, gosh, I almost had it. Anyway, Here is the piece. It's Esmeralda's Boutique. Look at those fancy brooms.
And look at Nancy's fabric.
Yeah, this is that fabric that I love to use for that. I think it was marshmallow. I wanted you to make sure you read this over here. This is the economy model. But in case you can't read it, it says, brooms for sale, flight tested, free demo rides, reduced for quick sale. So I did that in 2012.
Wow.
I love it. That little spider with the green eyes and the sparklies on the broom.
It's really, really cute.
So it's one of my favorites. And again,
that's in my stash, and I need to stitch it.
It was Kathy. Oh, and this thread here is, oh, you can't see. This thread here is, what do you call that? It shines in the dark.
Oh, glow in the dark.
Oh, well, I was close.
Okay, I brought a couple of previous finishes with me.
You like that?
Yeah, I love this one. The first one is called Thistle Manor, and it's from Blackbird Designs, and it was a free pattern. And the thing I want to tell you with it is that it took more than a full skein of floss.
Ooh.
I don't remember what color I used. I don't remember what fabric I used. Of course, I did not write anything on the back.
We ought to do that as we go through too.
Yeah.
You know, and make sure that they're up to date.
I used whatever she called for as far as floss goes, but I'm not sure about the fabric.
It's really pretty.
However, I had to go get another skein, and it was wildly different than my first one. But what I did, and here's a trick for you, pro tip, if you are stitching along and that happens to you, okay, I added some of it in here. See how that one's really wonky? And this is a little different. And I think I used the new one for the entire bottom. And I just tossed it in places that I hadn't, because I think I started in the center. So I just used it in places where it would add to it. And I mean, that's always something that you can do. Maybe it's not the one on the bottom. I don't know. Anyway, just...
Well, if she can't tell, then that means it worked well.
So, and I mean, as long as it is similar, you're going to get the same feel. So it'll be fine. Now, my other one is from, I want to say this is from Bright Needle. This will probably, I think that's right. And it's called Four Friends Sampler. Now, I used to stitch in a 4-person round robin, and I just adored these ladies. And so I saw out at the Sunflower Seed that she had done this piece with herself and her sister's names.
Oh, fun.
So I decided she inspired me, and I decided to pull it out and chart the names of the ladies in my group. So they stitched their own name, and then they each chose a girl. This is me in the purples, of course.
Were you in purple?
They were supposed to stitch their own name, stitch one of the corners or one of the little motifs, and their girl. And I think I stitched the great big house. So, but they just chose colors that they liked. I didn't send anything other than the color for the names. And of course I put myself upside down.
Yeah.
So that I could see them. I mean, I know my name, but it was lovely. So, and these ladies did a lot of great projects for me through the years, and I loved this.
That's a cute piece. Nice remembrance.
It is, and it's nice to have it hanging and to have it personalized like that. Yeah. So, kind of fun. Okay, that is it. So neither of us had anything finished this week. It just doesn't always happen. We don't always have the time.
No.
I probably won't have anything finished next week because I have a book box to pack and get out. The next thing that we come to is stash. I have none. You can see I'm not terribly excited.
I have to.
Oh, I do want to show you. I'll show you this.
Okay, go ahead.
This is from when we went out to Cece and Company. Oh, come on. Turn up there. Can you see what it says? Less bitchin', more stitching. So Nancy and I are stitching.
Not appropriate, is it?
Nancy and I are stitching today, so that's what I'm gonna wear.
Good.
And see, I do wear mine. I love this little thing. The little magnet comes off. Sure, it does. I just have to get hold of it the right way and not fling it across the room. So it comes off of your little necklace, and they had a scissor fob at Cece's, and
I don't remember.
They had a couple of things that you could do.
Things that were cute.
But then you can switch out these little magnets, and I love that.
Very
okay,
good.
Nancy's real stash, yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna do this on yellow check, and it took me forever and ever, and people didn't want to sell it. Well, I found somebody who'd sell it.
Yay!
Needle Points Limited. And I got, of course, then I saw one. I had to get two. So I got the yellow check, which I think is going to make the chickens really cute.
That's pretty.
That's why I showed you the chicken pattern. And then I also picked up this. It's a gray.
I love that.
So I just had a feeling that there's going to be something in my stash I can put on this.
Oh, absolutely.
But I do want to go back and get the pink and the blue and the green too, because I love sticking on it.
Stitching
on the
What's that
check.
What's that new quote that I keep seeing popping up everywhere?
Poking up.
Well, it's something like cross stitch, the only hobby where you can stab something 1,000 or 10,000 times.
Yeah.
And I just love that because mine is my mental health break.
Well, it says something about that they need to think about it. Like, don't bother me because I'm the one that can stab something
10,000 times. Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I had was just the two fabrics.
Okay, then we want to talk about
That's gonna be so cute.
It will be. Oh. Then we want to talk about our stitch along that's coming up May 8th, which I am stitching as part of Mania.
So again, it is 2Bs and ABCs by Rosewood Manor.
Would just show you the picture?
Yep, there you go.
Remember, you can pick that up at CC and Company. Or Heart's Desire if you're down that way. And those are two places we know absolutely have it and are willing to get it for you and get it kitted up.
Said she would definitely kit it for you. So,
I'll try to remember to link them below. That's another thing. I had a lot of you send lovely words about my Etsy shop that's open with my daughter.
Yes.
It's called Love You More Studio Company. And I think when you look it up on Etsy, that if you put in Love You More Studio,
then it'll
pop up.
Yeah.
If you can't get it, then if you type in Book Snuggle, we're the only ones who call our flannel ones Book Snuggles. You'll get us, and you can click us then.
That's cute.
And Amy, thank you, Amy, for taking care of me. Amy Shingleton told me to make sure that I linked it below. And I did link it in our last video. However, I will be more than happy to link it again this week.
Very good.
We're in pre-order phase, and I'm really happy. Yeah.
Good.
So I have a lot of sewing to do.
We've got our machines in the shop, so
Yes.
you just feel kind of tied right now because you can't do anything.
We just took them in to have them kind of cleaned up and serviced, and nothing terrible. So
hopefully nothing terrible.
Yeah.
I've got my mom's old machine, so who knows?
And I had just made 150 flannel book sleeves.
Yeah.
And decided that maybe a good cleaning would be a good thing before
I thought
embark.
you had some sort of nest in there.
Little animals living in there. Okay, then the next thing we want to talk about is our Birds of a Feather by Brenda Gervais.
That's this one. Remember that? It's really a pretty piece.
So we are going to draw for that today. Oh my goodness, watch this. I'm going to make it rain. Here you all are.
Goodness sakes.
The bag is empty. Remember, all that's on here is where it says birds.
Birds.
Bird. Everybody know what that's from? There's your question of the week. What is that from? Bird. Okay, do I get to draw this one?
Sure.
My pattern. Okay. Here it is. The lucky winner.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is somebody who's commented quite a bit.
Oh, good.
So, Donna Grimes.
Yay!
You have won the Birds of a Feather, the hotly contested Birds of a Feather. Now, again, you have 1 week to contact us, and we will get this stitchy kindness out into the world. I forgot I had written this down. I don't know how I got to it. I think it just popped up. When I was looking at Etsy, I was looking around at different things. And I think the shop is called Surrey Mini on Etsy. And the owner's name is Deborah Jansen. And she is in Antwerp, Belgium. Wow. She has hand-painted fabrics that are beautiful. Oh. And the one I really like is 32 count wrinkled parchment. And it really looks like wrinkled parchment. And she has some patterns and things too. So that's my shout out from the week that I forgot about until just now.
I wondered why that paper was laying there.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to have to vamp. Is somebody answering it? Okay, I'm going to have to vamp for a minute. But really, you should go check out her shop. She only has a few things right now, and I think she probably changes her stock on a semi-regular basis, and it would be good. So check her out. She had some, I think they were 20 count fabrics. So if you like that kind of count, then that is a good thing to check out too. And Nancy is walking back around. And last, we are ready to tell you about our current plans and projects for the week.
I found a needle on the floor. I had to pick that up.
I found a couple this week.
Ooh.
Nancy and I are both stitching Quaker Garden by Blackbird Designs. Please don't try and find this chart because it will break your heart. I don't know, maybe you'll find some decent person who will actually sell it for a good price. I mean, look, I only paid, I think it says $8.25 up there. And it's going for $75 and up right now. So, anyway, here's Nancy's. She's got hers already. Wow, look at you. Do you want to start at your end or my end?
Well, let's start over here.
Okay.
So this is the new stuff I've put in over here. So.
You pull when you're ready and I'll just follow. And look at that.
So I've got both ends. Oh, sorry. Both ends and almost all the way across. I've got a big motif here and then a bunch of little stuff to do.
Okay. Nancy talked about the motif that irritated the snot out of her last week because it just wouldn't let her get past it. Well, guess what?
This guy.
I started stitching the butterfly under the moth, whatever it is, underneath it. We hold the curly Q. And realized that I had put one too many of these little loopy things. And I had to rip out this whole side and the dark green. So I ripped out all of this, the green, all the way down. And even this center green I had to rip out all the way down there. So I got it all back in and I got the rest of the motif done. And my little moth fits perfectly and the frog is just sitting happily and not interfering.
Good.
Pull your end
really
forward a little.
Pretty.
There you go. Now you can see my bird.
Yeah.
So that's how far I am. I'm kind of filling in as I go. But I think probably next I'm going to do all that viney stuff across the top that Nancy's already done.
Yeah.
And get to the other side because the motif that's left that she's talking about, I'm going to tap this again. Let's get it to focus. I can't tell if it is. There we go. The motif that's left is this one. And it's kind of out there in the middle by itself. Yeah. So I think I'm going up here and down to do the side, and I'll get all this in. Maybe I'll do all the rest of the letters, and then everything will just kind of fit for that last big motif, and it'll be the last thing I do. But I feel like we're in pretty good shape with them.
Yeah, I really like your purple on there.
Thank you. And I like your pink. We're so, I mean, we always like each other's, but, and what's funny is Nancy has hers in a bag that has some pink on it, and I have mine in a bag. Look at this. I have mine in a bag that has purple on it.
Bunnies.
So, yeah, spring stuff.
So I wanted to see how you did your one.
Oh.
Because, of course, it's been so old that...
Yeah, it was 2006 on the chart.
Okay, that's how I was thinking of doing it, too.
And I did mine, in fact. And I put the one in here because that's right where the staple is. You have to move it over one.
Okay.
To make it line up.
I had to laugh because I looked on the design and I saw these brown... Because I have a copy. I copied it. And
to have your working copy ready to go.
Copy. And there were four straight lines actually right down the center, and I couldn't figure out what the heck that was. And I was on the verge of calling Laura and saying, "What is that stitch? I don't see it." It was the staple.
My sister, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
So, do you have any other plans this week?
No, I'm going to work on that. I just want to get that done because it's so cute.
I have a little one that I'm going to work on this week. I don't know if I want to show it because I'm afraid it would give something away.
Okay.
So I'm going to not show it, but I have something I'm going to work on.
Tease.
And maybe when it's really close to time, I'll show you what it looks like, and then, it'll be off into the world anyway.
Okay.
So, Are you?
Do you want to do that again?
Yeah. So that is it for this week. If you were somebody in our drawing this week, remember, don't say drawing, don't say anything like that.
Make sure you're a... Oh, no.
Yeah, we don't have to do all that, but
no.
Just, don't say anything about that. If you need, you can always contact us on Facebook, which is fine, or you can contact us on private message through YouTube. But I know that's a little harder sometimes to do, so...
I don't know that I figured it out.
And we do respond back pretty quickly. Martha Johnson said, I think she's the one who said, Priscilla and Chelsea always say that it's better to contact us in more than one place. Right. It absolutely is.
Right.
So you can do that. We won't feel
like you're a pest.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do it.
And with that, I think we are done for the week. So Julie Martinez, Deb Costigan, and Carolyn, Mr. Haney 12, give us a call back.
Yeah.
That's Nancy.
And that's Laura.
And we're the Addicted Sisters. Have a great stitching week.